Welcome everyone to Diamond Grove Raceway on this fine Saturday night. We have NASCAR legend Ken Schrader in the field as a bunch of young prospects look to prove their worth.
One of those young prospects being myself, the young Canadian Gary Owen. Hello everybody and welcome officially to the NASCAR Heat 5 NG career mode. NG standing for Next Gen Mod, as we are here trying to prove our worth in the low ranks. This is a prologue episode leading us into our Cup Series career, so you kind of get an idea where we've come from. A dirt background, a young Canadian that's made his way to the United States here, trying to work his way forward. In my first ever dirt race in a street stock, didn't go so well, you know, not even running inside the top 10 here as we went down into the final turn on this final lap, and it was going to be an 11th place result in my first race. So not a great showing against NASCAR legend of Ken Schrader. Not too bad though for my first race. And now let's head into a nice moment in our early career.
Young prospect of Owen shoots up the inside, and oh my, he is going to spin Schrader for the lead of the race. The young Canadian will hang on to get his first ever win at Elm Creek Raceway.
Walk us through what happened with Ken Schrader there, Gary.
Not what I wanted to do to Ken. Apologies to him, but you know, it is what it is. I was doing what I had to do, and at the end of the night, I mean, I got my first win, and I'll take it. We get our first win after wrecking a NASCAR legend of Ken Schrader in 2017, and then we go to 2018. We had now moved up into late models on the dirt here and trying to find my way around and getting used to this new car to myself. I am using different video games, by the way, for this prologue video, which you will see them listed on the screen of what they are at the time of the video where they are shown here, as I was actually fighting for my first win here in late models, coming up just short, and I struggled to find a way to success in late models until later in the year.
Owen is going to get his first dirt late model win at Fairbury. The young Canadian continues to impress.
I would then move to sprint cars where my career would take off.
Owen wins the Chili Bowl. What a monumental drive. One corner to go. Owen sends it up the inside to take the lead. He's done it. Owen wins the Knoxville National. Trouble back in the pack. It's Owen. Looks like the three-peat isn't going to happen.
We nearly complete the three-peat but come up just short, but we still caught some eyes from Tony Stewart.
We have dirt prospect and Canadian Gary Owen in the field tonight. He says he's hoping to use this race as his shot to get a pathway into NASCAR.
You hear Alan Bestwick talking about it, but we were in the SRX series at Eldora in our debut. Tony Stewart gave us an invite. We took it up, obviously, as this could be my opportunity to make a case for myself to get an opportunity in the top 3 NASCAR series going into the truck series, hopefully. Now, we kind of want to skip past the ARCA stuff and the K&N stuff. We are proving our worth here on the dirt and just hoping to get an opportunity in a top 3 ride. And you can see myself going wheel to wheel with Tony Stewart, actually in Heat 2, getting him at the line behind Marco Andretti. But here we are late in the fight for the actual win of the race here in Eldora, going against the likes of Elio Cashinenevs, Tony Stewart, etc. Racing legends here. And on the final lap, with one corner to go, 3 and 4 around the outside of Tony Stewart, and we would come through to win in SRX.
Well, if that doesn't get him an audition in NASCAR, I don't know what will.
An audition it would get me. Let's fast forward to 2020. Racing the number 42 truck in the truck series here in 2020, we would see ourselves get our first win in Atlanta, and the success would continue as a young prospect here, proving our worth to go for a potential championship. We would move the number 4 of John Hunter Nemechek out of the way in Dover to go through and win our second race. We were building up a bit of a reputation of running into people and doing whatever it took to win races here. We made it to the Final 4 in a rookie season where I actually put one of my competitors, Matt Crafton, into the outside wall. And here we are fighting late in the race against John Hunter Nemechek and Ben Rhodes, but it wouldn't be enough. Ben Rhodes would win the title. We would come home P3 in the standings, but a few wins in our rookie season still impressed Colleague Racing enough to give me an opportunity the following season in the number 10 car, where again our first Xfinity win would come in Atlanta. So we've got 2 races at Atlanta, 2 wins at Atlanta here in trucks, and now Xfinity win apiece here. But the success continues. We would would come through to win in Charlotte a little bit later on in the season, and we would find a lot of speed and just tremendous success with this colleague racing team, impressing cup teams as well late. Martinsville in this season, moving the 48 out of the way for the lead to punch my ticket into the Final Four. We're actually going to put him in the wall. Once again, continuing the aggression that I had throughout the season, and we would win in Martinsville, and now an opportunity to win a championship on the final lap in Phoenix against Austin Hill, battling for the title. We're going to give him the big punt into turn 3, big contact, we nearly wreck each other. It wouldn't be enough. Austin Hill would win the title. We come home second and still without a championship in the top 3 series, but we impressed so much in a rookie season of Xfinity, it got us a phone call from Denny Hamlin.
Hey Gary, I'd love to offer you a deal to drive our second car next season. I may not be a fan of your Chastain bulldozer type driving style, but it works in this day and age. I want you in my car. Come meet me this week. I'd like to announce Gary Owen as driver of our number 45 car for this season. We've brought on Brisk, Monster Energy, and other associate sponsors you will see throughout the year. We are a fast-building team, and I think we have the right team combo to fight for a playoff spot and wins by the end of 2022.
You saw the paint scheme. We are officially the driver of the number 45 at Brisk, Monster Energy, Sirius XM, Spotify, a whole bunch of different sponsors on the car, but the main sponsor being that right there, Brisk. And we are ready to go racing. Kurt Busch is still in the NASCAR Cup Series. We are here in Charlotte for winter testing because the next-gen car in this timeline is this 2022 season that we're starting this career mode off with, not 2023. So this is the first season of the next-gen car in this storyline here. So winter testing would take place as I was getting on track for my first laps here in a Cup Series car. And very, very excited for this opportunity to be teammates with Bubba Wallace. And now I wanted to make Season 1 a challenge. This could be a career mode that's going to be around for quite a long time. Because we don't know what the future is of NASCAR gaming. So, Season 1, 2311 Racing is actually a 4-star car. NASCAR Heat 5, it goes from 3 stars to 5 stars. We're right in the middle, a 4-star car. So, we're not going to be an active, competitive car. It's going to be a car that can be capable of fighting for a playoff spot, and it might get the odd win here and there if things go our way, really go our way. But other than that, it's going to be a difficult rookie season. So, that's kind of what I was hoping for. I don't want us to be fighting for wins and championships literally right away, so we're gonna have to work for it, and that's gonna be the exciting thing. But the one thing that we're trying to do is impress enough in our rookie season with 2311 Racing that we can potentially get an opportunity to race for maybe another team, even Joe Gibbs Racing, which is a 5-star team, depending on how they end up. But this career mode, you're gonna see so many changes through R&D, driver rosters, cars, and everything, paint schemes. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, preseason testing, it went really well here. You can see myself towards the end of testing, trying to stick with the 8 of Tyler Reddick. And you might be wondering, where's Kurt Busch? He is in a 3rd RFK car, which we'll highlight in the next episode in the Daytona 500 for the number 60 for the remainder of this season now, as that would wrap up winter testing, just getting some laps under our belt and pretty happy. But our objective is the Daytona 500. In the next episode, that will be officially episode 1. This is part 0, episode 1, Daytona 500, 36 race season. But before we wrap things up, just to give you an overview of this career mode and what it is going to be, you're going to see a lot of editing with production and whatnot, and a lot of added on graphics, some AI voices with crew chief, etc. And just a whole bunch of different storylines. You're going to hear driver radios from myself, other drivers through AI and whatnot, and it's going to be really, really awesome, I believe. We might see some fantasy drivers to bring in some storylines as well. It's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to go over the official driver roster in the next episode in Daytona, and of course do the Daytona 500 and kick off our Cup Series career. I hope you guys enjoyed this short prologue episode, kind of like I did for the iRacing career mode. Wanted to do the same thing here, and like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're excited, and I hope this series does well, because, you know, if it doesn't do well in the long run, obviously it won't stick around long. So it's really kind of how is it going to go? I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in episode 1 in the next one for the Daytona 500. Have a great day, everybody.